Andy, the manager's addressed the issues, but as a captain, how do you try and deal with what's happened?
Yeah, look, I echo what the manager said. It's tough, but I suppose our responsibilities is now to look at the people that we have available for tomorrow and get our focus on the game. That's we can't control, unfortunately, the 3 lads having it. We obviously hope they'll be okay and hope they're fit and well, which is the main thing. But I know they'll be gutted not to play, so it's about trying to make them proud as well as the country, because we can't control what's happened, unfortunately. Nobody can, and it's about us going out to do our last training session before tomorrow's huge game, and about focusing on football now, because probably this morning's been very focused on how to deal with it and the protocols being followed by the doctor and things like that. But now it's time to focus on football. The statement's been released. We can't get the 3 players back, unfortunately, but it's now time to put all that aside and focus on the players we do have and focus on the game at hand.
So on that then, when there is disruption, how do you do that when you've got one training session to go, or is it easy to adapt given all the worries?
We'll soon see. We've not done the last training session, so we'll soon see. But look, as long as 18 or 19, I think we've got our lads are focused on the football, then that's enough. We need to prepare as well as we can. We need to get everything spot on, and we've already had a couple. We've had a few meetings. We've had only a couple of training sessions. Of course, most have played Sunday. But the manager's been in for a long enough time that we know what he expects from us, which is always positive. And then it's up to us, to whoever gets picked, to go and show that on the pitch. So fingers crossed we can do that. I believe we can. I've got confidence that we can. Regardless, losing 3 quality players, but the manager called everyone up because he believes they're good enough to play for Scotland. So we'll call upon the whole of the 26-man squad that's been called up. And like I said, unfortunate they're not here, but we'll try and do it for them as well as the country.
For you as a leader,
circumstances bond you more? Can this bring you closer?
Yeah, look, we're a close group. We've tried to look at that. Obviously, in the last 2 years, there's been a lot of change in terms of the squad. I'm thinking near the end of the, if I think of when Gordon Strachan left his post, I think maybe there's only me and John McGinn, left, and Tierney probably from that. There was only maybe 3 of us. So, there was a quick turnaround and a lot of turnaround in terms of new players and everything. But I think this group have been together for a good number of months now, that you can see that we're a lot tighter than we were maybe at the start when they all started first getting called up. So look, that's important. There's relationships on and off the field, which is always important, and it's important to show that, because we all need to pull together now. Losing 3 key players, losing 2 key members of staff is never easy. So look, we look forward to the challenge. We look forward to trying showing that tomorrow night, and that's the cards that we've been dealt. So look, we look forward to that. We can't change anything. We've seen it at club level. We've seen it at other international teams that have reported positive tests. So unfortunately, this is the way of life just now, and we're no different. And luckily, the protocols have been followed, that the whole team isn't wiped out. It's only 3. So let's take some positives from that.
Absolutely. I'm wondering if that diversity can actually flip it, and you're even more determined to do what you want to do.
Yeah, look, this game, doesn't, you don't need to talk too much about it. We know what's at stake. We know it's, the biggest game in Scotland's history since probably the Holland game in the playoff, because it's the exact same. And we look forward to trying to get this, to end this, it'll be a 23-year wait of Scotland not being at a major tournament, because although the fans won't be there, I think, every tournament's missed the Tartan Army up to this point, and hopefully by the time the Euros come round, fans can be allowed back in, and we hope the Tartan Army and us can be there. But we know the hard work, and we've got a massive game tomorrow night, and then if we do get through that, then a huge game next month. So like, we know we're a long way off that. We know we need to show the motivation, we need to show the quality on the pitch, and get to where we want to be. But there's already motivation there before this happened, but I suppose it gives us extra incentive and try and do it for the 3 boys that will unfortunately be left behind.
If you did it in these circumstances, it would be even more of an achievement, wouldn't it?
Yeah, look, we've lost 3 quality players, 3 players that are playing a very good level just now, very, playing full of confidence. So, look, we've lost, 3 good lads and 3 good players. So it's always tough, but at the end of the day, if it was anyone in the squad, then, like I said, they were good enough to be picked and potentially start the game from the manager. That's why he called 26 lads up. So it wouldn't have been any different if it was anyone else. So losing 3 players the day of a game day before a game is always tough to any team, and it's no different to us. But we'll deal with it as best as we can, and it's up to us to go and show that we have enough quality in this squad tomorrow night, and that's what we'll be aiming to do.
When it comes to a game of this magnitude, wearing the captain's armband, are you one for rousing speeches to the rest of the squad?
Look, I can do it. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. But in terms of these games, I think they speak for themselves. To be honest with you, I think even when we met up on Sunday and some of us on Monday, I think you got the sense that a big game was on the horizon, and that's that's sometimes good enough. All lads will be motivated. We know what's at stake. We know it's do or die with it being a knockout competition, and we look forward to that challenge. So look, the lads are going to be motivated, going to be determined like they are in every game, but obviously there's an extra incentive here tomorrow night. So I think sometimes less is more, and sometimes you need to do more. So look, we'll judge that. The manager will judge it, I'll judge it, and we'll see what comes of it tomorrow. But I do believe that whatever team the manager puts out at starting 11 will all be motivated. Then I don't think they'll need any pep talk to get themselves up for the game.
What have you learned about Israel, given the amount of times we've played them recently, and does that familiarity help in a way?
It can, and it can. Obviously, last month's wasn't. I don't think the neutral would have been too too excited to watch it. It was 2 teams didn't create overly much, and probably 2 defensive displays. So it's about trying to change that. They'll look at their game and see how they can try and beat us, and we'll do the exact same. So look, we've played them more than enough, and but obviously they've changed the manager, but last month's will be different to this month's. Like I said, the added incentive of getting to a final to qualify for a major tournament is there, and I think you'll see two different teams tomorrow night. So look, we look forward to that challenge. We're more we know more about the players than we probably did 9 months ago or whatever, before we started playing them pretty much every international break. So we know more about them, they know more about us, and it's hopefully it's about using that information and hopefully using it to our advantage.
You have to kind of close down Sahabi so he doesn't have another long range effort, because he seems to save them for Scotland.
Yeah, look, he scored a couple against us. Unfortunately, he's a quality player that has got a good move as well in the summer. So he's one to watch, and they have quality. They have quality up and down the pitch, and you need to be wary of them all. He's their danger man, but they also have a couple more that can cause us problems. So it's about recognising that, respecting that, but also knowing that we've got players in our team that can hurt them, and trying to use that to their advantage. And hopefully you can see that tomorrow night.
It's been a long time in coming. How much have you been looking forward to this, and how are you feeling now, on the eve and knowing that you finally get to go and play this game?
Yeah, of course. Look, before, it's crazy to think about pre-corona times now, but we were 2 weeks away from playing it, and playing it in front of 50,000 Tartan Army, which would have been special, would have been amazing to play in front of, and we could see already the kind of atmosphere building towards that game, even up to that point, and then for that to get taken away is tough. But I think the manager just said it, and I'll echo it as players that they won't be with us, but they'll be with us in spirit, because we can feel that the country's behind us for tomorrow night. I know Hampden won't be full, and we would have done anything for it to be full, but circumstances have not made that possible, but we'll feel their support from home. We know all our families will be shouting at the tellies and supporting us, and we know all the fans will be doing the same. So that gives us motivation. We want to do that. We want to do our families proud. We want to do the country proud. We want to do the 3 lads that will be left in the hotel proud. So look, these are all things that we want to do. These are all things that now we need to go and prove to do it, and we need to make sure that we leave everything out in the pitch tomorrow night, because we've only got one shot at it.
Last question.
Perfect, guys. Thank you very much, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.